Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Lite campaign v3 and our playthrough of Merano, building supercars all day long. And wait, what is this? This is from the little dev update I did today. We can continue this save though, 1994, and we were in the middle of a cliffhanger. There's a big red cliffhanger there. And that was, or is rather, an unnamed project. An unnamed project that may not score that highly, but man oh man, is it a car. For that car, we have updated our super large 5.2 liter V12, and it now produces, out of 5.2 liters, naturally aspirated 689 horsepower at 9,100 RPM. A slight stress concern here on the conrods, but nothing major, you know? Oh yeah, and of course it has race intakes too. Just to make it even more ridiculous. How much does... yeah, no, that actually is 10 horsepower. It's not that much. Actually not that much of a difference. How much difference does that make to holy shit, a lot is the answer. A lot of difference to reliability. But yeah, this one needs to stay pure. Absolutely pure. Where were we in this? I have just finished designing it. Technically, that is. You are going to design the thing properly once it actually loads up. Come on, spinny disc. 2 hours later. Oh, what the fuck? Finally. Okay, here we go. So, we have super and hyper targeted. It's all-round carbon fiber. So, that's that. We don't have to sell many. This is not a car I'm building for profit. This is pure prestige. And how fast is this thing? 2.7 seconds, 0 to 100. And it has a top speed of 350-ish. That's plenty. We have one big issue though. And that is we have massive amounts of brake fade. We have massive amounts of brake fade. Oh shit. Does it get better with that? Where's the main culprit of brake fade? Is it in the rear? I would think so. Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot. Okay. It looks like it needs to be over-braked as fuck in order to actually get the fade gone. Yes. And that's fine though. We have ABS after all. And now we no longer have 18% penalty because of brake fade. Now that's better. What we also could do is for once use some cooling airflow, brake airflow, I mean. Let's see if that now works. Have we actually fixed that? That was broken recently. So let's downsize these again. 14%, 24%, tiny brakes. And we amp that one up to maximum. Go, go, go. 23% versus... What was it? 20. No, okay, it's not working as intended. This is supposed to take off 5%, basically. It did not. The only downside to battling this is that our wheels are starting to become real heavy because of the massive brakes on there. It's hard to avoid. I almost think there should be 2 versions of this. One that is just all out for the super sport market. That has the basic cassette player. My first Fisher Price is in there. High quality. And the second one is handmade luxury. Yeah, look at that prestige rating. This is just phenomenal. So what warnings do we have? Front, run, crank, okay. Terminally oversteer, of course, yes. Do we have anyone complaining about steering weight though? Because there's not that much weight on the front, is it? Let's see how much that increases performance. Yeah, okay. Is that something we want to go for? We sacrifice a wee bit of sportiness, 3 points, but we do gain massive amounts of drivability and plenty of comfort as well. If we are going for this here, variable hydraulic, as well as traction control and ABS, we definitely can't have +3 there. That is way too much. What I am really worried about in this thing is this here. This is not looking good. High speed oversteer. Yeah, that's a death sentence. And look at our long corner radius test. Just 1.07 Gs versus 1.25. I think we might need a rear wing on this thing. This is overdoing it a little bit. What's that pancake on the rear? The shovel can be used as a snowplow as well when the situations call for it. No, that's a little too much. Yeah, this is looking a little better. It is certainly adequate, a wing, for a car like this. Our top speed will suffer, that is for sure. Oh yeah, it has dropped a little bit. Ah, it's not too bad. Actually, not too bad. But aerodynamics... Oh, it's still terrible. Oh, if we up that one... Yes, now. Oh, wow. Okay. The sportiness value is through the roof. But we only need it for getting rid of that oversteer. Let's see, there we have it. That is very much on the border of acceptability. It's that's the sweet spot. Over 90 sportiness. Ah, okay. If we go fully clad, we don't need the downforce of that one. That's all good. We don't have any front angle. What's going on here? That shouldn't do anything. Yeah. With a fully clad, we don't quite need as much. And I think we can start investing a bit into quality here. Oh, yeah. 354 now as top speed. 57, 58, 360 at +10. But I don't think we can afford anything but maybe +4. Let's have a quick look at the summary table and see our stats for aerodynamics. Yeah. Okay, 30 months. That is a lot, but compared to some of the other things, that is not too much. Why are wheels and brakes that ridiculous? They are insane. Oh, that must be the wrong value showing somehow. I don't know, because that just isn't it. Or are the tires somehow requiring loads of engineering time? Oh yeah, no they do. 45 months. That is a lot. It's very high-speed tires, that's for sure. And now that we have so much downforce in the rear, I think we do need some downforce in the front as well. Yeah, that is how it goes. I mean, this thing pushes down here and thus up there. I have to compensate a little. Not saying that this car doesn't compensate for anything else, but yes. Okay, that's a little lip. It's not too bad. I can't quite get it here to the sides. Let's see, maybe that is just because it was somewhat too high. No, that's the maximum. Alright, but now about the performance. This should now do things. Yes, it does. Oh, wow. We do need so much downforce in the back, just in order to keep the front at 0 of the lip. Look at these values, crazy. But that might be... Oh, active wing. Ah, active wing, that helps. That helps quite a lot. I think we might be going for this. But on the other hand, you still kind of have to tune it for not having the active wing and then slap it on. But now, let me show you the difference in cornering just with this. Holy shit, yep, that is... Instead of 1.07 Gs at high speed, we're now pulling 1.35 Gs at high speeds. That is quite a bit better. It's, of course, nowhere close to like proper track car performance, which you can't really build in automation. So it's an unrealistic goal. But they would have like half a ton of downforce at least. And they would probably pull around 1.5 G. To 1.6. We're still doing 340 in this thing. That's not slow. But speaking of slow, let's have it go around the test track in its current configuration. Oh my god! Yes! Oh man! Yes, that is very quick. In 1994, without cheating, without quality spam, we are at a 157.95. Yeah, hell yeah! Probably with proper shifting, you even get a quarter mile below 10 seconds, and the standing kilometer time currently is 18.18 seconds. That probably should be a little bit faster too. But I believe this is about where we want to be. Performance-wise, there's not much to complain about. 91.3 sportiness. And the question of naming has been solved. It is the Frecetta. And that means a small arrow in Italian. Yes. So I think that's very fitting, considering how small and kind of arrow-like this thing is. It will be amazing. It will be amazing. Maybe not the best seller, but I already fret the time I will have to drive this thing in BeamNG. Oh man. I hope we don't have to change too much, because now we have to set up the production. CX small factory is already greened out. We have a bit of a problem here, and that is 133 months worth of engineering time. We need to cut that thing down. And that means tooling has to go, because tooling is not required. Those things are entirely hand-built. That makes a massive difference already. 72, 6 years, it's not too bad. So now we can go for more pressure. That's already looking pretty decent. Let's see, what are our qualities here? Oh, this is looking good. The wheels are not 70-something months, but instead only 18, so that's that's all right. Drivetrain, not too bad. Driver assists, actually not too bad. What is taking time is the chassis, as expected. And body fixtures, that can get some more quality points. So let's go over here and put some points into body and quality. That's very important after all. And just to see the difference, let's go back and reduce it again. Then hold the car and up it. +5. Can we take +5? What is the difference? The difference is, yeah, pretty good. It's ever so slightly lighter, but a bit more prestigious. It does cost more, but that's just $800 more. And oh wow, okay, the production units are going through the roof though. That is not what we want. The active wing only does add 4 months worth of engineering time to this. Oh, downforce at top speed is too high and is causing the suspension to bottom out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whew, okay. Now it no longer does that. But that is still a little bit of a higher car. It's not optimal. It's still not looking ridiculous. But we could also make the suspension stiffer, of course. Oh, now we have massive amounts of roll angle, now that we are no longer bottoming out. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Bottoming out, the cars that are bottoming out, you tend to be a little weird to drive. So let's amp up the damper stiffness as well. We're up to 92 sportiness. Well, make that 93. That's pretty awesome. And we can go harder if we wanted to, but then we are going to lose our super nice steering behavior, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what happened there? Oh, what the fuck? Ah, okay. It might be some tests going weird, sometimes considering the active wing and sometimes not. It's something to look into. Let me note that down. Ah, okay. Now that's interesting. Changing camber does seem to go on a different calculation than changing the springs. So, let me see if that actually is down to the aerodynamics. We remove that. And now... Okay, that's still what we expect. No, they just go on different calculations, it seems. Okay, but now. So, active wing, if we're not going for top speed, we only have 74 kilograms of downforce in the rear. And a bit of stabilizing force in the front as well. And then during braking maneuvers, this one goes to maximum. And we'll produce another like 300 kilograms of downforce. That will help. It feels like I went out on a tangent. What? Why? Why is this now scoring badly? Oh, okay, because production is in there. Yes. Affordability is not quite as good anymore then. Yeah, that was what we were looking into, really. Yes, getting that time down. Process... Oh, and funding can go up. Yeah, oh, we're almost good. Almost good. But the tooling, of course, is atrocious. We might want to do just a few cars and then abandon the project. It's more of a prestige project. Yeah, you would. Oh, we can like make a big chunk of them, have it running for a few months, and just sell them at 200% margin or something. Like that will entirely cater to the hypercar market then. All right, let's accept that. This car won't make any money, but yeah, it is just such an awesome project. 60 months, 5 years. That means it will come out in 1999. Yeah, for a 1999 car, this thing is absolutely insane. Alright, okay, our engine is also doing pretty well. That one won't be an issue. Can sign that one off. But I did want to make another version of this car while we're at it. So this is the CRX-L, and that one gets handmade and luxury interior. Just move up that prestige to insanity levels. They really like that. The hyper demographic really likes the advanced automatic gearbox. Yeah, okay. 3.1 seconds. It's not nearly as impressive. Still brutal, but not quite there. And I can't really afford to also engineer another gearbox. That is insane. Those numbers don't look half bad for being a wee bit heavier. Way more prestigious. The other thing was just a track beast. This is a proper hypercar. Okay, how quick is this one? Let's see, it should be a little bit slower, but still extremely fast. Yes, 158.56. I don't think that is considered much slower. How fast is this around the airfield track? Just wondering. Let's have a quick go at it. Accelerates 111. 111.3. Yeah, that's really fast. So now, of course, we have to reset up the factory, and carbon plant is provided. Leatherworks should be in this list, but it isn't. Well, we have to be thematically correct, so let's put the leatherworks in there. It's only the finest whale penis leather that goes into this thing. Let's leave them at 50-50. Might not have to do much more than a few runs of this, a few months worth of production before we shut it down. That has not upset our engineering too much. I wonder though, should we do another thing where we just get this over with as soon as possible and then start producing the real version thereafter in a facelift? Maybe. But nah, it's not needed. It's not required. So let's pump a bit of funding into this. And there we have it. Below 60 at not zero tooling. Very close to zero tooling. And supposedly this thing is going to sell 11,000 cars, but wow. Yeah, base price pretty high. So here we can basically determine our sales price. At this price point this wouldn't sell, but let's put this to 150k. So the cheap version. Oh, you can see how the market is just disappearing. At this point, we would need some of the planned features for automation. The concept car as well as the limited production cycle. Yeah, because this doesn't, the calculator doesn't know what to do with it. And, well, rightfully so. There are not that many buyers out there that can afford these cars. Oh, also, of course, there's another effect to... Oh, there will be another effect to all of this. And wow, that should be set to a lot lower. And that is that if you make a hypercar and there are just tens of thousands of it around, then it loses a lot of prestige effectively to the market, because it's not that prestigious anymore if everyone drives it. So yeah, these cars, like at super high price points, and this is not a super high price point, they would be very, very sought after and gain massive desirability bonuses in those prestigious categories. Alright, I'm going to sell them at this price point. I'm just going to make a few and then cancel production. But of course, before I sign off this massive project... Oh, 11.6 in super. Oh, shit. Okay. This is a hypercar. And this is also a hypercar. It's a cheapo hypercar. Yes. So, before I sign this one off, let's edit this trim and export it. And just one more time, check what it's capable of. 129 kilometers an hour before the Everts and S's. It's a 157.76, 351 kilometers kilometers an hour top speed, and just 1,153 kilos. Yeah, loads of cornering G's as well. Okay, and here we go. Here you get the Freshetta CRX. There we have it. Insane prices, but very much warranted. What a beautiful machine this is going to be. So looking forward to your designs on this. And it is time to sign it off. 1999, here we come. And with that, I think we wrap up this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.